Knowledge in itself has limits. The world's most pressing challenges require true innovation and creativity. That spark happens when people make connections across disciplines, across geographies, across the boundaries of knowledge.
If you look at the recent Ebola outbreak, we know everything there is to know about the Ebola virus. How come we have not been able to cure the disease? Even though there are a number of trials running. By bringing those two communities together, the very fundamental life sciences community, together with the health sciences community, we will be able to support dialogue, exchange of ideas, and support the improvement of healthcare.
At Elsevier, we are passionate about making connections.
One of our journal publishers recently collected 3 different ways of making data available and made that available throughout all of the journals in his material science portfolio. And then that really resonated with researchers and with the research community, and also with funders and other people who have an interest in open data. So really by bringing all these different solutions together and implementing them across journals, I think it sends a very powerful message that Elsevier is all for data sharing and a data-friendly publisher.
We put ourselves in the shoes of the people we serve to help focus on outcomes.
As a researcher, I'm spending a lot of time and money on developing my methods. So usually I start from a standard protocol, but then need to make many adjustments in order to make the protocol work for my particular research setting. I have done a literature search, and luckily in this new journal Methods X, I have found an article that describes exactly what I need, which is isolation of the DNA from liver cells of exactly this mouse strain. And I'm so thankful to the authors of this article. I have now been able to work more efficiently myself and actually spend my money and time on developing the new treatment rather than developing the method.
We combine our own field expertise with technology to maximize collaboration on a global level.
I'm a researcher, and I'm very excited because I've just received the genome sequence for this mouse liver tumor. This data is useful to me, but it could also be useful to other researchers. And until now, I haven't had a really good way to share it with others. And if I put this data into an online public repository and write a description in this open access data in brief journal, other researchers can find my data, understand it by reading the data description, and use the data for their own research to further their own discoveries.
We are driven to make sharing research results simpler and less labor-intensive.
So what we're really trying to do is challenge the existing way of publishing and thinking about how we can solve the pain points that authors, editors and reviewers have across every single stage of the publication process. So we know that researchers spend an awful amount of time with every single one of their submissions. So we are actually building a submission interface that hopefully means that authors can very quickly and easily, through a step-by-step process, complete their manuscript submission in 20 to 30 minutes. What we then want to do is really keep it simple. We want to match your paper through the information that you've provided with tools and technologies that Elsevier has in-house to the best editor appropriate.
For over 135 years, the people at Elsevier have been dedicated to enabling powerful outcomes by connecting information, people, and knowledge. Elsevier, empowering knowledge.